seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt light is on.
I'm in New York. I made it to my hotel. I was checking in and I swear I booked a room with a king bed, but they said that I booked a room with 2 double beds and that they don't have any more king beds. And the receptionist should go into marketing because she told me, but you're pretty high up. You're on the 14th floor. Said in a way that made me feel kind of special. This is my view from the 14th floor. That's mostly my reflection, but my view is just another building. Oh my gosh, there's a person there. That's so creepy. Okay, they definitely saw me filming before when I had my lights on. There's nothing to look at. Our buildings are facing each other. There is no view. Okay, I'm definitely a little creeped out. I'm gonna keep my lights off. I'm gonna call my boyfriend. I'm getting like unnecessarily nervous and cautious, but I'm going to double lock this door and I am going to close the curtains. Okay, curtains are closed. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I made it to my hotel. Welcome to a vlog about my work trip. I'm a manufacturing engineer at Microsoft. Before the pandemic, I used to travel a lot for work. And since the pandemic, we've stopped travel and we're slowly kind of bringing it back. But this project's really important, so I got the travel approved, and so I'm in New York City. You know, I think work travel is overhyped, to be honest, but maybe because I was traveling too much. I was gone maybe 50% of the time before the pandemic, and now that it's the first time I'm work traveling in a while, I'm actually kind of excited. I'm a little stressed about tomorrow. I'm gonna unpack a little bit. Whenever I travel, I like to set up the room as if I live there. It makes it a little bit cozier, and I'm really hungry, so I need to find food. Good morning. Day 1 of work travel commences. I'm about to head out to the hotel, head out to Penn Station, and take a train over to I'm on my way back home from work right now. I'm a little exhausted, but I'm excited to be surrounded by a new environment. But the goal today is to rest for a little bit and then to find a cafe to finish up work in. I'm sorry, past Sarah. I took a nap and I'm not gonna leave this hotel room. I ordered some DoorDash and I decided I'm not gonna pressure myself to leave because 1, it's cold, 2, it's cold, 3, I'm tired, and I still need to watch the final episode of The White Lotus. So, new plan. DoorDash is gonna get here with sweet green. I just realized that food isn't warm at all because I got a salad. And I'm gonna do some laptop work, watch the final episode of White Lotus. I need to pack up because I'm checking out tomorrow, and maybe I'll get some time to play Breath of the Wild. I just downloaded Breath of the Wild before I left for this trip, and it's so good. It's the first game with combat that I've liked. I need to turn on the heat in this hotel room so I stop sleeping. I asked you all to ask me some questions on Instagram about work travel because I want to share more about what it's like. It's something I wish I knew, but I don't know where to start. So thank you all for asking questions. I didn't specify whether I was going to keep these questions anonymous, so I'm going to leave usernames out of it for now just in case people expect it to be anonymous. First question is, does your job typically have an itinerary for you? Short answer is yes. My job usually makes the itinerary for me. I think work travel is a little bit different depending on what you're traveling for. And for me, the most of the time when I'm traveling, I'm visiting the manufacturing sites where we build our hardware. So usually I'll coordinate with the people that work at the manufacturing sites to create an agenda. I'll communicate with them what kind of things I would like to see on the agenda, what kind of things I need to get done while I'm on site. And they will usually propose a general agenda for me for like pickup time, for the tasks that we need to get done, lunch and things like that. And sometimes we'll have a planned dinner together as well. How to find opportunities to travel for work. I think it's very job dependent. My job is very travel heavy. Before the pandemic, we were traveling maybe like 50% of the time, and then that came to a halt during the pandemic, and we've slowly kind of started picking it up, but it's been kind of on and off. And I think we're still trying to figure out what our work travel is going to look like in the future for my job and my team. At least for Microsoft, I do believe the job listings have a field that shows expected amount of time to travel, and they put like a percentage in there. And I think for my job it's something like 40%, 50% or something like that. So I guess I would look in the job description for any indication of travel being a part of the job. I guess I never knew that manufacturing engineers would be traveling a lot for work, so I guess also keep your mind open. Microsoft is building hardware in factories all around the world, and as a manufacturing engineer I need to go to these manufacturing sites, so that is the reason I travel. Another question asked, do you get any time to explore for yourself? This is a really good question, and sometimes is the answer. Something that I didn't hear about work travel before is that you have a lot of work when you travel for work, because usually you're traveling for one project, but you still have to keep up with all your other projects. So like here, I'm in New York for this one project. After today, I had to keep working on my other projects, catch up on emails, so I'm working like from morning until night. However, when I go on work trips, sometimes I'll go a weekend before or stay a weekend after, and that is when I get some more time to myself. During weeks when maybe my other projects have a lighter workload, then I might be able to get more time after work to go explore the area myself. But I would say usually I have more work to do after work, but I am able to explore the area if I'm able to extend the trip over the weekend. It's still fun to be in a new environment though. I think getting to work today and coming back and getting coffee in the morning was still a fun experience, and I felt like I was in the city even though I don't have as much free time after work today. Another question is, what do you wear? What I wear is very specific to my job as someone who is on the manufacturing floor, because I need to wear closed-toed shoes, so I always make sure to wear closed-toed shoes. I always make sure to wear comfortable shoes, so usually sneakers, because I'm usually standing or walking around a lot, and then something business casual. I dress very casually at work because I work in tech, and you have people showing up in shorts and flip-flops, so for me, I'm pretty used to dressing very casually, but I kind of like to look a little put together for work. But I wore these black Everlane pants, which I highly recommend. Great work pants. I think they're very comfortable, they look good, and they look clean and professional. But they're also something that I would wear on a daily basis. I try to buy work clothes that I would also wear outside of work. I wore this black long sleeve from Lululemon, which I also highly recommend. Great layering piece, and it is so freaking comfortable. Life hack, I love buying basics from like athletic wear companies because I find that they make the most comfortable clothing, and a basic is something that you're going to wear time and time again and for probably long periods of time. Then over that, I layered this zip up wool sweater that I thrifted, but it's got some shape to it. It looks pretty loosey-goosey here, but I think it looks a little professional. It's kind of got the shape like a blazer would, but isn't as professional as a blazer, which I think I would be overdressed if I was wearing a blazer. And then I also wore my Asics gel Sonoma shoes. Another question is, how do you get yourself to sleep? I feel like I can't turn off during a work trip. Unfortunately, I don't usually have trouble sleeping. I think if you're having trouble sleeping because you're stressed, then the usual stress coping mechanisms might be helpful, like, I don't know, meditating, reading a book, finding some time to relax, like watching a TV show on your laptop. I also do kind of enjoy just being in a hotel room by myself, so I look forward to work trips in that manner. It's kind of like forced alone time for me. I guess I did get spooked last night with that creepy man in the window across the building. I don't know what he was looking at. He could have just not been looking at me at all, but my brain would go to the worst case scenario. So in that case, it's helpful to call someone when I'm feeling a little spooked, and usually I call my boyfriend or my family or one of my friends. If you have trouble sleeping in hotels, I would recommend investing more in your sleeping experience, like maybe bringing a sleeping mask, earplugs, maybe even bringing
a pillow if you really don't like hotel pillows, getting your comfiest pajamas, doing some skincare before bed, bringing essential oils. I feel like a good scent will instantly change my mood. Yeah, just treating yourself, taking care of yourself, because work travel is a lot.
I'm done with the work day. We're done with the work travel. Have some more work to do, but we're gonna head back to New York City first.